Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Last Frontier Cabin. It is 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. I got in late last night, so I was pretty tired. I didn't film anything last night. This morning, one of the first things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and paint the generator shed. So I brought up all this stuff last night, so the shed needs painted. As you can see, it doesn't look like the outhouse or the cabin. It's a little bit different color red and it's pretty well worn, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that painted this morning. All this week it's supposed to be rainy, so I'm gonna get it done now while we still have some nice weather. Okay everyone, it's been about an hour and a half now, and I got one full coat of paint on the shed. As you can see, it definitely needs two coats. The wood was extremely dry, so it just sucked it right in. So I'm gonna go ahead and start putting a second coat on. I just finished up the second coat of paint on the shed, so I'm gonna call this job done. What do you think? Did I do a good job? Let's go over and check out the strawberries and raspberries. As you can see, the strawberries are looking pretty good, but there's no actual fruit on the plants. There's one little one right there. Let's take a look at the raspberry plants. This one I planted this year, this spring. It's growing good. So is this one. Needs a little weeding though. This one's coming around, and so is this one. Oh, look at this. Got a little raspberry going there. Got a few up here. All right, got a raspberry there, in there. Got a nice raspberry right there. Let's taste this one and see how it tastes. My first raspberry this year. Delicious. Just as good. Well, it looks like I'm actually getting some raspberries. They're just a little bit later than what I thought they would be, so I guess that was my fault. I'm really excited for the next several years as these plants mature and grow and fill out a lot more. I'm gonna have a ton of raspberries. I'm happy. As for the strawberries, well, I don't know. Those strawberries were pretty small this year. We'll see how they do next year, and if they don't get any bigger, I may just say heck with it and mow them over and not worry about strawberries up here. Hello everyone, I was planning on going out moose hunting this evening, but the weather doesn't seem like it's cooperating. As you can see, the clouds are pretty dark, and I've been hearing some thunder, so I think it's gonna storm here in a little while, so I think I'm gonna hold off on going out tonight. Good morning everyone. It's Sunday morning. Well, it's pushing noon now, so I guess it's not morning anymore. But it's pretty miserable out. It's rainy. It's been raining all off and on all morning since pretty much about midnight or so it started raining. So it's also a lot chillier outside. It's only in the 50s. Everything is soaking wet outside, so I'm gonna do a couple chores here inside. The first one I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wash my dishes. Let me turn the light on here. So how I do it is I'm boiling a bunch of water. I got my dirty pan here and my clean pan here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this going and wash the dishes. It's going to be a few minutes until the water boils, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean the glass in the wood stove door here. As you can see, it's really dirty. You barely can even see through it. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean it. I bought some what is this stuff? Professional grade wood and pellet stove cleaner. Removes smoke and soot stains from wood and pellet stoves, fireplaces, and hearths. So I hope this is the good stuff. I hope it works. Looks like it's coming off. Wow, look at that. As you can see, I got one spot here and one spot over here that's a lot harder to come clean. And it's because usually I burn in one of the two ends of the wood stove. I just prefer that when you're only burning two or small pieces of wood. It's just easier if it's in the corner versus right in the center. I just think it burns better that way. But I'm having a hard time getting this last little bit off. But as you can see, it's a lot cleaner than what it was. You couldn't even see through it anywhere, but now you can. So let's go ahead and try cleaning it some more. It's coming, slowly but surely, it's coming. Okay, it's not perfect yet, but I think I'm gonna take a break from doing this and go and wash my dishes up. I'll come back to this in a little bit. I usually wash all the dishes, put them in the clean water, then I go through and dry them all at one time. I've thought about putting a sink in, just I don't really have room for one in this cabin, the way it's set up. Since this wall I'm up against, the kitchen wall here, is 12 feet deep. and the whole cabin is 16 feet wide, so it makes it a pretty tight fit to get a sink in here. I think if I was living here full time, I would definitely do some rearranging and have at least a what's called a damp sink or a wet sink, I think maybe. That is basically just a sink that empties into a bucket under the sink. Or I would possibly just bury a barrel down in the ground under the cabin here and have the sink drain directly into that. But it wouldn't be hooked up to like a water line at the moment anyways. Maybe in the summertime I would do some type of sand point or something with a pump. But I don't think that's ever going to happen here, since I do want to build a bigger cabin on my property. This is temporary while I get things together. Okay, I got them all washed. Now I'm gonna go through and dry them all. I really like these spatulas. I got 3 different sizes, and they're from Anmarko, A-N-M-A-R-K-O. Really nice, good quality spatulas. Real good for out on the grill or griddle and things like that. Okay, all the silverware and utensils are done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and empty the bins here. I always take the black one out, dump it out, then I take the rinse water, dump it in the black one, swish it around and dump it out also. Okay, I'll let everything dry for a little while and then I'll put it away. And that's all there is to doing dishes here at the Last Frontier cabin. Almost what I'm looking for. It's a cow with a calf. I'm looking for ones with horns. They are probably 20 yards in front of me. Just standing. The cow doesn't know what to think about me. She keeps looking over, making sure I'm not a threat. Calf is looking directly at us, coming up on the road. Look at that. Beautiful. Long, awkward legs, but beautiful animals. And very tasty. Just to the right of me in the woods here, I heard something walking around, and I was hoping it was a bull moose, so that's why I was doing those moose calls. But nothing's come out, and it seems to have stopped moving around in there. So I'll sit here for a little while, let the cow and calf get down the road a little ways, and see if anything comes out of the woods. I'm down here on the lower part of my property next to the swamp, as you can see. I figured let's go and check out, see how that raspberry plant that I planted a month or 2 ago is coming along. Let's go and check it out. Here it is. It's growing, so I'm happy with that. Doing very well. Got a lot of nice new growth on it. All this up top here is new growth, so I'm happy. in the next year or two, it should be sprouting a lot of new sprouts off of it, and I should have some nice raspberries growing in this area. Take a look at that, just amazing.